Hello everybody, welcome to your weekly celebrity reading. This week it is Jason Momoa. And as I do with all my celebrity readings, they're based on your request, and Jason has been requested several times, so we're finally getting around to it. And a lot of the questions attached was with Lisa Bonet, and his current girlfriend. So I actually had to Google them. If you know me, you know I don't keep up with pop culture and some of these celebrities. So this girl, her name is Eiza Gonzalez. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a general spread for Celtic Cross spread for Jason to see the current energies of what's going on with him now, what we can expect from him in the future, and then we'll do a breakdown of the relationships if it's not showing up in the reading, okay, after the spread. Now, as I do with all my celebrity readings, I take a look at their birth chart. Is the only thing I do. I don't Google them. I like to do cold reads. I don't think I don't want to have any sort of emotional attachment to any of these celebrities that I read. So this is going to leave it unbiased. Secondly, the birth chart just gives you a little bit of an idea of what to expect, or why Jason is the way he is. And I'm not going to go into depth. I'm only going to spend like 20 seconds on this. He has a huge stellium in Leo. Not only is he a Leo, he has Mercury in Leo, he has Venus in Leo, he has Jupiter in Leo. I mean, that's a lot of Leo energy. And so when you do meet him, if you do ever meet him, you would definitely be able to say, he's a Leo, right? Very passionate, very authoritative leader. And listen, with his Mercury in Leo, come on. He can command a room. People listen to him. People are drawn to him, especially with his Venus in Leo. I mean, he's that compelling, very charismatic. So that is Jason Momoa. I hope I'm saying his name right. That is Jason for you in a nutshell. With all that activity, actually with that stellium, with all that activity in Leo right now for Leos, oh my goodness, they're spending a lot of time. What day is today? The 19th of November. Okay, so we do have that Sagittarius new moon coming up, all right, on the 23rd. Okay, that's going to be really big for him. We're already, we're entering Sagittarius season. That's his 5th house of love, okay? Also creativity, all right? It's the house of pleasure, okay? The 5th house. So he'll be experiencing a lot of that with all that activity in Leo. Listen, the other thing is Jupiter is going direct, and Jupiter went back into Pisces in his 8th house, and so that is ruled by Scorpio. Interestingly, I looked up Lisa Bonet. She was a Scorpio. Leo and Scorpio, great match, but also sorry, I have to keep pulling up her name. The current girlfriend, Eiza Gonzalez, she's an Aquarius, also a great match, okay, for Jason. Listen, but there's a lot of activity with the Leo, with his career, okay, but then listen, 8th house, death and rebirth, right? Okay, so let's see what's going on. Other people's money too. There could be something going on with like debts he's paying off and whatnot, but let's see what's going on with Jason. Let's go ahead and get started with his reading. Again, this is for Jason Momoa. Current energies of now, what we can expect from him in the future, and again, a breakdown of what's going on with the relationships. Okay, now, as I said earlier, I'm going to do a traditional Celtic Cross spread, and I actually, listen, I'm traveling right now, so I'm not in my normal Brooklyn apartment. As you can see, I am in a hotel in Washington, D.C., and so you may not see the cards. I will pull them up to the screen just so you get to see what's going on, and yeah, so you get the visual. All right, I hope everyone's having a great day. Again, this is for Jason Momoa. I hope I'm saying his name right. I think I am. Momoa. Okay. Well, yeah, this is interesting, and this is great because, he is in, first of all, let's just get this out of the way. He got death, okay? And so definitely going through a major transitory phase in his life, okay? He is, listen, death, it really is just a point in time, okay? And so it's basically leaving one chapter of your life, moving on to a new chapter in your life. With Jason, it's, you know, he's definitely had that moment of clarity, okay? You can see the dead king, you can see the common people. Death happens for everyone. Everyone has these moments where they're like, okay, moving on, and, you know, changes, right? Life is cycles. Life is all it is cycles. We go through cycles. He's going through a cycle. Moving into a good one too. You see the sun coming out of the horizon. The sun, very promising, and then also full protection. He's armored, right? It's also a skeleton on a horse. That skeleton out of our body, what endures the longest? It's a skeleton, right? And so he's really almost like rebirth energy is a message I'm getting, and it's also he's being set up for this really long new chapter that is definitely, it does have a long shelf life. Now, listen, in the heart of his spread, he got the Hermit, okay? Now, what's really interesting is his Saturn is in Virgo. And, you know, I'm not going to get into that too much because I know that I'm going to do a little thing for the relationships later, but this is all about him right now, okay? The energies of the moment. This is in the heart of his spread. This is what's really going on. And so he's doing a lot of soul searching right now, okay? You can see the Hermit. He's made all these achievements and accomplishments. He's climbed the top of the mountain. Now he has this little lantern line. He wants to know what's next, okay? And you can only see so far with a lantern, right? Any of us, you hold a lantern, you can see just what's around you. How do you see further then? You go within, that's where the light is. The light's inside you. And so that's why we say he's doing soul searching. He's removed himself from some people, from everyone actually, to really dive deep, all right? Really get to know what's going on, really get to, you know, just see what's happening. So I love that he's doing that, and I love that that is something that's going to be happening for, you know, Jason right now, because it's going to give him a lot of clarity, especially because he did get the Queen of Cups, okay? Got the Queen of Cups in his challenge area. Now, the one thing that I was going to say earlier is that his moon is in Scorpio, okay? Now, if anyone follows astrology in his birth chart, you know that's a very intense, come on, there's that emotional intensity. So, listen, the Queen of Cups in the challenge area, I'd love for him to, you know, open up. I'm glad the Queen of Cups came up in the challenge area, okay? Challenging the Hermit, all right? It's just saying, go within right now, all right? Go within, because that's going to help you be receptive to and give and share and be open to loving. And, you know, there's just a part of him that's kind of cocooned, but like, he really needs to go within, all right? The Queen of Cups, we know she is the most psychic, the most intuitive, but she's also the most loving, the most maternal, right? And so when it comes up in the challenge area, really challenging the Hermit, it is a huge sign. Listen, go within, all right? You need that moment, especially because that is the only Cups card he drew in his main spread, and it came up in the challenge area, right? Cups are emotions, all right? Now you see that he did pull the 9 of Wands, all right? The 9 of Wands. Listen, if you're a subscriber and watch my weekly readings for every sign or monthly readings, you know I always make the analogy that, you know, like 4th grade math class, we had, you know, the math teacher had the poster of the cat hanging from the tree. This is that card, okay? This is the don't give up, hang in there, right? You've gone through it, okay? So Jason has been going through a lot of, you know, he's been on guard, right? The good news is, you know, even though this is, you can see that he's a little worn, that little soldier. Here's the thing, he's standing in front of the Wands, okay? And so even though he has gone through the ringer, this is all about resilience, okay? And so that's really great. Even though he's gone through it, he's hanging on, and he is going to get through it. He's still saying, bring it on. I can take more. That's how, you know, powerful, and just like he's willing to give it all. And so that's really good. He's in a good place, and you know, he is 9 comes before 10. We all do math. 10 is the end. 1 0 1. It's new beginning. Remember, we started with this. He's going into a new cycle, and you know, Jason couldn't want it anymore, but he really does need to spend that time with himself, okay? Now, he did get temperance, okay? And this is really important to know because especially with the hermit in the heart of his spread, the death coming up before the hermit in the past. But now we have the temperance, which sequence in sequence comes after the death card, right? And so this is amazing, right? Because you see this, you see the pattern here. Temperance is all about moderation. This is all about doing everything to find that balance in your life, okay? She was formerly known as the alchemist, okay? And the reason why you can see she's pouring the water between the two cups here. Now, when I say alchemist, I want you to think about a bartender, okay? You go to a bar, you order a Manhattan, you order any drink. The bartender is not going to just throw anything in the cup, right? Perfectly measured out, okay? Perfectly measured out. That's what Jason's looking for right now. He's thinking about, what do I need more of in my life? What do I need less of in my life? What do I need to feel a little bit more balanced moving forward, okay? This is really good for him, okay? I'm really happy that he did pull temperance in the root of his spread, because this is really what, you know, if we want to, you know, go all the way to like the soul searching, right? His north node is in Virgo, okay? And that's kind of like our spiritual journey. But I love, again, listen, I love the fact that he did get the hermit in the heart of his spread, okay? And so I do want him to think as he moves forward. He is spending, look at this, he's spending a lot of time thinking about what's going to bring that balance in his life, what's going to make him happy, what does he need less of as he moves into this new life chapter, what can he get rid of. He didn't pull, interestingly, any swords, okay? So this is all really here, not here, here, all right? Now, in his future, he did get the two ones. So he is going to have to spend some time thinking about, he has plans, okay? Let's leave it at that. He has plans, he has great ideas, he has a good perspective. I mean, you can even see the man here. He's at the highest point of the castle, okay? He has a globe in his hands, a really good view, okay? The only thing is, it's planning mode, right? There's 1 foot in, 1 foot out, one wand in, one wand out. We're not going yet. We need a plan, okay? We just need to plan a little bit. Now, the funny thing about that is that Mars is in Gemini right now, okay? Mars is in Gemini, and Mars is in his birth chart, his Mars is in Gemini. So when I say the big thing about Mars in Gemini right now is that it is retrograde, okay? So now is the time to reassess. It is a good time to go within, go deep, and think about those things, okay? Think about those things. That's going to make you stronger. That's going to bring you that joy that you're looking for. That's going to bring that balance in your life, all right? It's time for him to plan, not pull the trigger, plan, okay? He did get the High Priestess clarifying that. You see how spiritual this is, right? You see how this is more of a personal development thing. With the Hermit, Queen of Cups, in the challenge area, Temperance coming up, and now the High Priestess, okay, the guardian of the subconscious, the one who says, listen, she only comes out when she needs to tell you, trust your instincts, right? Listen, she is the most spiritual. She is the most, you know, like mystical, the most, that higher being, right? That comes into our lives. You can see the moon at her foot. So this is all she's saying is trust your intuition, okay? She is the most intuitive, okay? She is the most psychic. And when she comes out, she wants you to do that, because when you trust your intuition, you find that deeper wisdom that you've been looking for. And he's going to find it because he's doing it right now. He's going within to find that deep wisdom, to do that soul searching. And the High Priest is showing up in the future saying, he's good. He's going to have it. He's going to make that moment and he's going to get through it. Okay? Now, let's get to his staff. Very curious as to what's going on with him in his, listen, he got the Hierophant. This is really great, okay? The Hierophant is the male equivalent of the High Priestess, okay? And so Jason really wants to be in this place right now where he feels like a lack of, maybe like a lack of leadership, okay? And he feels off his spiritual. I don't know how spiritual he is. I know spiritual is a really strong word, but I don't know how much he's tapped into that, right? But with the Hierophant coming up, this is very, the Hierophant is a very spiritual, religious leader, right? You can see the other two people here, okay, in the card. They're the first people that appear in a major arcana because he has that deep wisdom. He has that sacred knowledge. When you have that sacred knowledge, you pass it along to other people, okay? And so this is really interesting because he's looking for that. This is confirmation, this is affirmation that Jason is in a position right now where he is looking for that deep knowledge, deep wisdom. He is going to find it, okay? I really love this for him. He did get the 8 of Wands. In his external factors area, it just means that, things are going to move really fast. He's probably going to go on a big trip soon, too. But things are going to move really fast for him. And things, once he gets through this, something's really going to come along and push things along for him, okay? And let's just take a real quick look. Page of Wands, okay? So the Page of Wands with the 8 of Wands. All right, so you see the Wands is the only card where there's no figure, no person. It's just 8 Wands zipping through the air. All right, things moving fast. Now, the Page of Wands, there is something coming through, something new. All right, it's really has to do with his passions or a new passion that's coming through. Okay, it could be a message too. But listen, because the pages are messengers and they're very transformative and they usher in new change and new beginnings. So we can expect something. Jason is going to pick something up. Something is coming through. Okay, and it's going to be something that's pretty transformative. All right, something new coming into his life very, very, very soon. And it could be a new role, okay? It could be a new project that he's working on, but something that is, let me just check one more thing. You got the Justice, okay? Wow, this is, okay, so yeah, this is going to be something new that comes through. Remember, Jupiter is in his 8th house right now, okay? So that is death and rebirth. That is, other people's money, other people's resources, sex too. But listen, the Justice card coming up after the 8 of Wands, after the Page of Wands, this is something, remember we talked about that balance earlier, right? So there could be some sort of legal matter that he's going to go through, some contract he has to sign, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. It's going to bring some of that balance that he's looking for. But secondly, remember how I said that he needs to just think about the things he doesn't need in his life? That is still going to bring that balance. And I think this new thing that comes through is going to help him recognize that and help him realize that, okay, you do see that she has the scale in one hand. Okay, remember what I said about balance. You see the sword, and the other, you see no water in this card whatsoever, leaving emotions at the door. This is just being practical, logical, using that sword, cut everything from your life. The Ace of Wands, okay? He also pulled the Ace of Wands, so it is very clear as day he does want something new. All right, remember we started with the Death card. He's moving into this new life chapter. Now, all these wands showing up, all right? These are his passions, okay? Even ideas. It could be an idea that he has that starts coming into fruition and he gets the green light. Now, lastly, he did get the 6 of Pentacles in his final outcome. So, two things here. One, he is going to be sharing his wealth soon. It could be an organization. He could be donating to a charity. But when I say sharing the wealth, and usually with celebrities, it's the wealth as in like, here's a blockbuster movie, okay? Or, he'll make some sort of appearance somewhere. Something where he shares the wealth with his fans, okay? Because he has a big fan base. But also, there is a sense of he's going to be moving into a place. All of this deep soul searching, it's going to make him in this place of, he's going to find all this gratitude, okay? And he's just going to be a lot more generous. And then again, what do you see? Or you see this scale, okay? And so that balance, starting with the Temperance, you got the balance with the Justice, you got balance with his final outcome, okay? And so this is really great, okay? So we can expect Jason to go through this soul-searching moment right now, just to get more clarity in his life and to figure out what's next. You know, he needs to spend some time planning, okay? His next step. I think there's a little bit of confusion. And, you know, with the High Priestess coming up, that's really good because that's going to help him see, it's going to help him tap into his, you know, intuitive side. The Hierophant also came up. Come on. I mean, come on. Talk about like really going deep and within. But I love this reading for him. He's really on this, you know, quest of, you know, clarity and enlightenment, and you know, it's really just going deep down and getting spiritual. So now let's see what's going on because of the questions that, you know, the request. It was a lot about Lisa Bonet, and then his. I keep having to put his the girl that I guess he's dating now, Eiza Gonzalez. Okay. Sorry about that. It is really early in the morning. So, yeah, it is. Okay. Definitely going through. Okay. Well, here's the thing. He's ready. He's ready to. He's got a lot going on. He's got a lot of. He got the Fool, first of all. Okay, so listen, when I say like new chapter, it's almost like not even a chapter. It's like the next. If his life was a book, it's the second book. Starting at the pages of the second book. Listen, he also pulled the Page of Pentacles. Okay, now this is really great. This is the most like the pages are earthbound, right? Pentacles are earthbound. Okay, this is really rooting him, grounding him. The thing that he's looking for is something new, but he did get the Nine of Swords, so there is a part of him that, you know, it's still. Come on, it's literally the first sword card, okay? And so we can expect to know that he's probably not in a good headspace for a relationship right now, and there could be stuff that's still maybe like haunting him a little bit. Swords are the mental suit, okay? And so you can see here he is, you know, losing sleep at night. So there is, and he's, you know, not in a good place, right? You can see the sword stacked over his head. There is going to be, you know, comfort moving soon because remember I talked about 9, right? We're close to the end. It's close to the end of all of this, okay? And so he honestly needs to focus on all these new things that are coming in. But let's see what's going on, okay? Yeah. So with Lisa Bonet, got the 7 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, and then with Eiza Gonzalez, the 8 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so you know Eiza is clearly more auspicious, but listen, this is like, you know, there's a lot of passion here, okay, with Lisa Bonet, 7 of Wands. You know, it's still, there's like a defense mode, okay? There's, it's not, I mean, the energy flow, even the messages that are coming through is just like, right? It's not, But, you know, with the 10 of Wands, I mean, this is just going to be a lot of work, okay? It's going to be a lot of work, backbreaking, burdensome, and she's going through some stuff. And, you know, that's not going to last long, but she's definitely not in a place, and I don't think that it's going to be, I don't think anything's going to happen there. And then with Eiza Gonzalez, yeah. I don't think that there's going to be anything coming out of this one either, a relationship out of this one either. Okay, she's actually moving forward from this. I think she's choosing to leave it, or she will choose to leave this relationship if they're in the relationship still. But with the King of Pentacles, I think that she just needs. I think there's someone else, okay? I think there's someone else, and, the potential with her could be, it's a little better, but the message that's coming through is more, she's in a different space that is completely not aligned with love with a relationship. But King of Pentacles is great, I'm not gonna lie, but, with it coming up for her in her final, it's really just, she's focusing on money, building her world, right? Building her kingdom, and then, her career, okay? But there you have it. I don't think that either is, according to the spreads, either are going to be a thing for now in these energies right now as of November 19th. Okay, well, thank you so much for tuning in, and remember, if you have a celebrity you want me to read, drop them in the comments and I'll add them to my list. Thanks so much. All right, bye-bye.